anyone is interested in using the grid method to draw your still life, this is how I recommend setting it up. For one, you can print your drawing out and draw an actual grid, but if you don't have a printer or if you would like to keep your photo on your computer, this is how you can do it using Google Drawing. First thing you want to do is make your workspace proportionate to your picture and your watercolor paper. So I head over to File, and near the bottom I find Page Setup. From here, I want to go to the drop-down menu and select Custom. Our paper is 9 by 12, so that's what you put in. 12 by 9 you get Landscape, and 9 by 12 you get Portrait. So I'm going for Landscape. Now you can see that the ruler up top measures 12 as opposed to what it originally was. From here, I go over to my Finder and I drag in the photo I'm going to use for reference. I want to extend it to the full size of the workspace. If your photo doesn't fit perfectly, just like mine does not, I want you to get it as close as you can, and one side will end up extending beyond the workspace. So what I did was I double-clicked and I'm cropping my photo so that it fits perfectly. And here I'm just double checking that it lines up. You'll know it lines up if you get those red lines and it locks into place. Just like that. Really quickly, I want to zoom in on what I'm doing when I crop. Notice how my mouse changes from a four-way arrow to a one-way arrow. I need it to go into that one-way arrow shape, otherwise all I'm doing is resizing, and I don't want that. I want to crop. Next, you want to hover over the ruler guides and click, and then you can drag guidelines down, and you'll notice there are numbers as you drag that indicate where your guidelines are. So for me, I want to find the 3-inch guidelines just because 9 by 12 are both divisible by 3. You'll notice after your first guideline is made, a couple extras will pop up. I'm not sure why, but once you use the few that you have, you will need to go back over to the side ruler and drag over some more. So I'm dividing my paper horizontally by 3, and I'm dividing my paper vertically by 4. You'll need a pretty steady hand to do this, but when you're done, you'll end up with a perfect grid, and you can then use this to aid in drawing your still life. The reason this is helpful is because you will draw the same grid on your blank watercolor paper, and then you can just focus on drawing one square at a time.